Good evening, everyone. When you say spirituality for leadership, whether you're running an industry or plowing a field, you're managing a small family or managing the whole nation. Doesn't matter what level of activity an individual human being is performing. In our activity, in our physical and mental capabilities, we may be different. No two human beings are equally capable when it comes to our body and mind. But no two human beings are different when you talk about the innermost core of the human being. So when we say spirituality, there is no particular spirituality for the leadership. There is spirituality. There is a spiritual possibility for every human being. It doesn't matter what level of activity we are performing. Now a title like this comes up everywhere in the world because somewhere we are beginning to think, is it needed for the leadership? Because I have become educated, because I have earned money, because I have become powerful, do I need a spiritual process? That's a question. There are many ways to look at what is a spiritual process. Unfortunately, an enormous amount of misconception has happened when we say a spiritual process. Unfortunately, there has been a terrible misconception in the world as to what is a spiritual process. Whatever different rituals and processes that different religions attach themselves to, generally is passing off as a spiritual process. Let me establish a fundamental difference between spirituality and religion. I'm not against your religion, whatever your religion is, but we must understand what is the difference, otherwise it'll get mixed up. The moment you say, I'm a religious person, you refer to yourself as a believer. Believer means whatever has been told to you, either by your parents or your teachers or your books or scriptures, you believe that. Belief essentially means you've assumed something that you do not know. The moment you say, I'm on the spiritual path, you refer to yourself as a seeker. The basis of seeking is, you know that you do not know. Only if you realize and admit that I do not know, you can seek. If you do not admit that I do not know, you cannot seek. I do not know is a tremendous possibility. Only when a human being realizes that he does not know, the possibility of knowing ever arises in his life. Otherwise, we will just assume something or the other. Whatever that assumption may be, I'm not questioning whether it's true or not. All I'm saying is I want you to know the distinction. Today, in the name of religion, we have fractured the humanity in such a way that it looks almost unfixable. No? Does it look like fixable? Looks almost like it's unfixable. Because the moment you believe one thing and I believe something else, conflict is inevitable. Today or tomorrow, it's bound to happen. Why can't we be human enough, sincere enough to admit what I know, what I do not know, I do not know. Is it okay? Is it okay? Whatever I do not know, I believe. This is the trouble, isn't it? Especially if you want to run your industry, especially if you want to run your business as well, it's extremely important. You know your capabilities and your limitations. If you believe fanciful things, you're heading for a disaster. With belief, you get confidence. If you believe something, you will become very confident. Confident is a very poor substitute for clarity. Wherever there is no clarity, people try to fill it up with confidence. Confidence is a horrible thing. It's caused terrible damage to the planet. When you do not know, it's better to be diffident. People who do not know, if they're confident, they'll trample the whole world. If there is clarity, then you will walk through the world effortlessly. If there is no clarity, for example, let's say this is the world, this whole room is the world. My vision is not clear, I cannot see where you are, but I am very confident. You know what will happen? I'll walk all over you. If my vision is clear, I'll walk through this crowd without touching a single person. So confidence is not a substitute for clarity. Instead of working towards clarity, we have tried to build confidence by believing something. You're getting very serious. The only reason why the whole world is not naturally spiritual is because you're dead serious about your life. Really. You're too serious about everything. That's the reason spirituality doesn't come to you naturally. Otherwise, it would be very natural for you to say, you're born one day, you'll die another day. You don't know where you came from, you don't know where you go. It would be very natural to wanting to know what is the nature of my existence. It's not that somebody has to come and teach you. It is very natural for human intelligence to inquire, what is this about? What is my life about? But such inquiry doesn't come because you're so dead serious. So spiritual process is essentially about enhancing your perception, to see life with utmost clarity, to be able to perceive the life process in its full depth and dimension, not to assume things, not to believe things which are not in your experience, but to bring things into your experience. Right now, your whole perception of life is limited to the five senses. You know life only by seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting and touching. This is the way you know life. Everything about your life is limited to these five sense organs. Right now, if you fall asleep, that's not an instruction. Okay. For sure, I disappear in your experience. People around you will disappear. The world will disappear. You also will disappear in your experience, isn't it? The body is going on full scale. There is scientific evidence that your mind is also going on. The world is of course going on. Everything is on, but in your experience the world is obliterated and you are also obliterated. Simply because the five sense organs have shut down. So the whole experience of life is happening through sense perception. These sense organs, in the very nature of things, can perceive only that which is physical. You can see, hear, smell, taste and touch only that which is physical. Physicality of life is like the peel of the fruit. It has no purpose of its own. If you eat the fruit, the peel goes straight to the trash. Now we are sitting here, this is very important, this body. We have to feed it, we have to clothe it, we have to decorate it, we have to pamper it in so many different ways. Tomorrow morning, that's something inside which you never experienced. If that something goes away, nobody wants to deal with this one. Only because there is fruit within, the peel is valuable. Once the fruit is gone, nobody wants to deal with the peel. When your experience of life is limited to five sense perception, life is like you're eating only the peel of the fruit. If you're eating only the peel of the fruit, how life should be? It should have been bitter, but the peel, because of its association with the fruit, has imbibed a few spots of sweetness. Somewhere nature trusted your intelligence. If you put a drop of honey there and put the honey jar up there, even that little ant which has 1/1,000,000th of your brain, if it tastes the honey, it goes straight for the jar. Somewhere nature trusted your intelligence, that if it puts a drop of sweetness into the peel, you will naturally go for the fruit. Humanity is doing everything to disprove that right now, trying hard. People are trying to make fruit juice out of the peel. We are not against the peel. If you reject the peel, you will reject the fruit also. You cannot reject the peel. You have to go beyond the peel if you have to taste the fruit. Otherwise, life will be just like that on the surface. So spiritual process means that the very core, the very depth of your life has come into your experience. It is no more an assumption, it is a living force with you. What did you eat for lunch? Don't tell me. All right, we believe you. Chicken fruit he ate. All right, banana, okay. So you eat a banana. Over the afternoon, the banana becomes a human being. Isn't it so? What you call as my body is something that you slowly accumulated. You eat a banana and banana becomes a human being. If you make a banana into a human being right here, who can make a banana into a human being? Only a creator can do this, isn't it? Is it a small phenomenon? Making a banana into a human being, is it a small thing? Please say all of you doing such a miraculous thing. Whether you eat a banana or rice or this or that or whatever you eat, you're making it into a human being. There is something within you which can make a banana into a human being. The very source of creation is functioning from within you. The only problem is, it's happening unaware. You are not aware of it. Consciously, if you could convert a banana into a human being, you are definitely the very creator, isn't it? This is the choice every human being has. You can exist here either as just a piece of creation, a piece of flesh and blood, or you can exist here as the creator himself. This is a choice every human being has. If you found access to that which is the very source of creation within you, obviously you would live your life in a magical way. A human being is equipped to live his life in a most miraculous way, if only if he is in touch with that source of creation within himself. Otherwise, he exists here like any other creature on this planet, not even as good as them. Please see, all the other creatures on this planet, stomach full, their life is settled. You are not like that. Stomach empty, only one problem, food. Stomach full, 100 problems. Your problem started only after your stomach became full, isn't it? When survival is in question, it's a big deal. Once it's taken care of, it doesn't mean anything for a human being. Because once you're human, somehow the basic processes of survival are not fulfilling enough. Not that you should not do them or you need not do them, it is necessary, but they can only be a part of your life, they can never be the whole of your life. For any other creature, eating, sleeping, reproducing and dying one day is a complete process. You have to eat, you have to sleep, you have to reproduce, you have to die one day, but somehow this is not a complete process for a human being. He is longing that something more should happen to him, isn't it? Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you are right now in your life, whether you are at the peak of your life or you're in the dumps, you are still longing to be something more than what you are right now, isn't it so? They have tried to teach you all kinds of pacifist philosophies. Be content with what you have, do not be greedy, do not aspire for this, that. You'll agree with all this. Suppose you fall sick and you're feeling weak, you agree with this philosophy. I must be content with what I have. Tomorrow morning there is little bit of energy coursing through your body and there's an opportunity in front of you. Isn't it so? Yes? With all these philosophies, they have not been able to quieten a single human being on this planet. Please see, everybody is longing to be something more than what they are. If you know money, you're thinking of more money. If you know property, you're thinking of more property. If you know knowledge, you're thinking of more knowledge. If you know love, you're thinking of more love. Whatever you know best, in that you're trying to be little more. No, I have no such desires, I've given up all my desires. I just want to attain God. Oh. Somebody is just longing for a small piece of creation and you call that greed. Now you want the very creator. What is this? This is super greed, isn't it? Yes? Somebody is willing to settle for a small piece of creation. You want the creator himself. This is greed without limit, isn't it? So there is something within you which wants to be something more than what it is right now. If that something more happens, it wants something more. If that something more happens, it wants something more. There is something within you which does not like boundaries. Please see this. If I put you in a 5x5 cubicle, imprison you, you will feel terribly imprisoned. Tomorrow if we announce your liberation and liberate you into a 10x10 cubicle, you will feel great for a day and once again you will feel horrible. Then we'll liberate you into 100